Hey video team, I've made a couple changes here to the video mix position, and I'd like to walk you through this in lieu of having a meeting after church or something. I figured it would be easier if you just were to view it on YouTube. So there have been some issues with getting the framing to work properly with the link. So I sat down with Jeremy this morning, and he was in the link and I was in the main. We were setting up the shots, lining them up, trying to come up with a system that will give them what they need and let us know how to get there. So let me show you what we've done and explain why we've done it and let you know how to interact with that. Alright, if you take a look at our monitor screens here, you'll see a translucent tape here. It's just Scotch tape. I set these up after he went over to the link. And basically what this means is they're running 16.9 where we have 4.3. So because they have 16.9, that top margin and the bottom margin is completely chopped off for them. Problem was, we saw these mark indicators before as where the headline needs to be, and that's not correct. Their screen actually stops where that tape stops. So if you make the head right there, there's a possibility that it's going to get chopped off on their screen, and actually it will look pretty poor. So we need to, for the sermon time at least, pretend that that screen, if I can get a better shot here, I need to pretend that that screen right there, these margins, are their actual dimensions that we need to be shooting for. I've also duplicated it over here, again with just Scotch tape, that gives us kind of what we're looking for. This is not we don't need to pay attention to these margins during the first half hour of the service during worship time, which is why I use translucent tape so that we can still see through it. But we do need to use that during the sermon time. Furthermore, because they're running 16.9 and because they're on a huge screen, if we have shots that are in here, that are huge like this, then Jim shows up like a big Godzilla creature on the screen. It's way too big, and Jeremy says it's funny because inevitably, whenever that happens, everyone will stop looking at the center screen and will look at the side screen. So, in order to fix that, let's kind of just say some guidelines for how close we want to be. Unless it's a real special case, we want to go roughly from the belt line to the top of the head, and he said that works for them. So if I were to frame this shot, I would probably go for about right there. With the belt line, of course this is not Jim, this is a simulate for Sunday. The belt line, and then the head, plus whatever head space we need to have on top of that. This might be a little close. So that is the first thing that I changed. We will try that out. I also have it set up for the floor cam. It's kind of hard to see, but I have that set up for the floor cam as well. It's just the floor cam is off right now. Another change is that I reconfigured the y-axis on the remote control. It drove me nuts, and maybe it drove you guys nuts. Before, it was acting like a simple XY indicator as if you were going up, down, left, right. For anyone that is geeky like me and into airplanes, that just doesn't make any sense because it's not controlling the nose. So take a look. I've changed the y-axis so that if you pull back, it's pulling the nose back of the camera, pushing the nose down like this. Nose up, nose down. So it's not controlling the image, it's controlling the camera now, which I think is a more accurate way. It's really easy to change. Basically, you go through the system all the way down to the bottom, go to tilt reverse on or off, and it's done. So those were just a few quick changes I want to let you guys know about. You guys are fantastic. I love working with you. I'm excited about what we get to do. It's definitely worthwhile. We've got some exciting stuff that we're working on, trying to come up with some fresh and creative mixing for the worship time, and I'll be working with you guys in the next couple weeks with that as well. So take care. If you have any questions, please send me an email, and I'll get back to you ASAP. Thanks.